Hello, I'm here. I'm on an island. I'm in hardcore, and I'm back for the first time in ages. And I'm doing a little small challengey series. Probably not too big, probably not too long, but just something that I have a slight interest in. There is this island, two small islands there, and a big island with a village. Now, I want to do a survival series staying on just this area, but I'm gonna have it set that until I have a proper like base area I can live in, a storage room, and at least three functioning farms, like redstone farms. I cannot go onto this island here and trade with villagers. So just a little challenge to help keep me going and have something to do before rushing through. So let's get started. Okay, so after getting briefly set up with tools and deciding a spear is definitely the way to go in terms of weapons, not because it's great, but because I've never used one before, I have come to the conclusion I will need food and food fast. And I do have some meat because I have been running around with the spear just having fun because it was my first time using it. And I got enough wool for a bed, and it was becoming nighttime, and I went to craft it. We now have some carpets. So I had to continue running around and hoping more sheep would spawn. Luckily, they did just as night came. But yeah, I think it's time to fix the food problem, and I think seeds are a good place to start. So let's start making a wheat farm. Okay, so as I was starting to mine, I thought, why not go over kind of my plans and ideas? I want to get more into YouTube overall because I've kind of been lacking on TikTok as well. Less so than here, as you can see, I was very frequent at one point on TikTok and have not been as of recently. I do also hope to change that and get more active on it in general. And I was kind of wondering what people would like to see on it as well. Now, I do have some plans, some ideas. I very much enjoy building comments. And if there's any other type of things you'd like to see, let me know. Or if there's anything like this challenge series thing that you'd like to see, just let me know. But I do have some idea, like, I want to continue the buildings I did inspired by actual, like, historic ish buildings or themes, which I really enjoyed at the time, but I didn't really commit too much into. I think I got three, maybe four videos in, and I enjoyed it at the time and just kind of slipped away. I do also want to do more survival and get better at an actual survival series because I am not great at surviving. I am very much a builder. So, yeah, that's kind of my plans going forward and seeing what could possibly happen. So, let me know your thoughts, and I'm going to continue mining and not bore you with it too much. So, let's go. Okay, I'm back out from the caves and I got a tiny bit of copper tools and armor and quite a nice bit of stuff. I ran into some iron, I got a nice bit of copper, and some building blocks I will definitely need later. But I reached Deep Slate, and Deep Slate, at the best of times, even with iron, is a pain to mine. So I want to do some other stuff first and just put that off. And I have been thinking, lead. Ooh, what do you have to trade? Okay, uh, I could do some of those trades and get some wood, but I don't really need it. But what I was saying is, I've been thinking, and fuel for the furnace and stuff is going to be hard to get because I don't have any coal, and finding coal is annoying without a cave and involves a lot of mining, which I will probably have to do eventually. But I'm also on an island in the ocean surrounded by kelp, which is slightly better than coal, the dried kelp blocks. So I'm thinking of making a small supply of dried kelp blocks I can use instead of the wood to make charcoal, and then using the charcoal for torches, which I think will be overall better. So I just need to grab a bunch of this so that I can make it into blocks later. So I'm just going to go around and break a bunch of these, which that should probably be enough to get started. And then hope there's no Trident boys with their new mount, the Nautilus, which I struggled for the name of and had to stall until I could remember it. So I'm liking the new spear. Definitely not as good as a sword early on, but I can see it getting better if you have an elytra or something and can move faster than running. But I do like the extra reach just to keep the creepers away because I can never kill them without them exploding, which this solves that for me. So yeah, this is my plan for this little series of just getting set up on this island. And I think one of the few farms I will make on this island before moving to the next one should be a kelp farm, an automatic one that tunnels into a furnace and then into a crafter to automatically make dried kelp blocks, which I think is great for making a fuel source and will be great because once I don't need it for kelp blocks, I can switch it into a bone meal farm. So I think that's the plan for one of the farms. Another one I think is a sugarcane farm, which is very nice. And I also think iron is going to be a problem with me having to strip mine for it because I have not hit a cave. So if I can get zombies, like zombie villagers on this island, somehow cure them and set up an iron farm out this way so it doesn't mess with that village, that would be another nice farm. So I think they're the three farms I'm going to go for while building a base in this area and a actual storage room with actual sorting because I never sort my stuff. And I can use that using copper golems as well, but that provides me an issue of needing a lot more copper than I have. So I think that's going to be my goal. And I'm going to leave it here and get straight in next time with starting the base and starting laying out where some of the farms will go. So I will see yous all then. Goodbye.